How is it going, guys? And you are watching Only Liverpool TV, and welcome to my first discussion show. And today I'm doing a discussion show which isn't a big issue yet, but maybe in the future it could be. But I just thought I'm going to discuss if long term, if Brendan Rodgers is the right man for the job. He was hired back in 2012, I believe now, and in his first season, Brendan Rodgers he finished 7th, but the signs at the end of his first season in charge at Liverpool were good. I think they actually put some good performances in the end of last season. They beat Swansea 5-0, and I think that actually put some hope into Liverpool for the next season. But that season overall, it wasn't a very good season. But I think he kept his job because of the fact it was his first season and he could improve. And that's exactly what he did in the season after. And everyone knows we finished second that year, which was a fantastic season for Rodgers. Disappointing we didn't win the league, of course, that season. But a lot of it was down to Luis Suarez and Daniel Sturridge, of course. And people have been saying now that Suarez is gone that Brendan Rodgers isn't as good as manager, and that was the reason why we were so prolific that season, which I don't agree with, but that's the view of some people. And after the season we won the league, there was a lot of hope going in to the season just gone, and it wasn't a great season. It wasn't a great season at all. Obviously, we lost Suarez, and Sturridge was injured for a large part of that season, and that's where the real criticism came from Rodgers. Obviously, he had such a poor season, so you could understand the criticism, and he spent a lot of money as well, and maybe not the right players, and that's one thing that's probably a disadvantage of having Brendan Rodgers as your manager. For me, he doesn't sign the right players. Maybe not so much this season, but if you look at all of his signings overall, you could only pick a handful that have actually worked. But I think that is a reason that the season was so bad. He didn't buy the right players that we needed. He bought a lot of young players, which wasn't needed in my opinion. But this season I think he's bought some better players, and the reason why I'm actually doing this video is because of the West Ham loss on Saturday, I believe, and that's kind of unsteadied the ship a bit now, because going into the season we got 3 wins, not 3 wins, 3 clean sheets, and everyone was thinking, yes, good so far, Rodgers perhaps is the man to take over Liverpool full time and is the future. But then came that disappointing result against West Ham, which for me was just abysmal for me. Losing to 3-0 at West Ham at home is not good enough for me, and it's probably not good enough for anyone. And that's kind of re-sparked this argument that Brendan Rodgers is the man to leave Liverpool, and maybe someone like Klopp should be brought in. And for me, I don't want Brendan Rodgers to leave. If you ask me now and today if I wanted Brendan Rodgers to leave, I wouldn't say no. I have never wanted Brendan Rodgers to leave, even when they finished 6th last season, even when they lost 6-1 to Stoke. I have never wanted Brendan Rodgers to leave Liverpool. And that was the main reason, because he deserves another chance. Obviously, last season didn't go well enough. Last season wasn't ideal, because we had Sturridge injured for a large portion of that, and overall it just didn't work. But for me, this season, he has to finish in the top 4, considering all the money he spent this season, even though he got the Sterling money, all the money he has spent this season, for him to not finish in the top 4, for me, that would cost him his job, and maybe then someone like Klopp could be brought in. But if Brendan Rodgers did finish 4th, if Brendan Rodgers did get in the Champions League, I'd say yeah, stay on, because I think he is a good manager, and I would think if you were to sack him, all the young players that he brought in, they might not want to play under Klopp, or that is if Klopp's the manager, but they might not want to play under the new manager. They might not have the same style of play as a new manager. And that's the thing I'm worrying about if we sack Rodgers. All the young players that he brought in maybe won't want to be used and go out the door. But for me, they have to finish in the top 4, as I've said. And if he doesn't, as I also said, he has to go. But leave your opinions in the comment section below. And obviously like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.